There's a saying that you can't be all things to all people, but in the world of premium automotive brands, Audi is giving it a pretty good go. From their value-packed A1 right through to the king-hitting R8, if it's an upmarket slice of German engineering you want, the team from Audi most likely has something to pique your interest. This is the Audi R8 V10 Plus. Have a look at it. With an incredible 449 kilowatts from its 5.2 litre V10 engine, this is the most powerful Audi road car ever devised. Now it's yours for the bargain basement price of $390,000 before on-road costs and before you even think about ticking any options boxes.
Now this is the even newer A3 1.0 TFSI. Now, not the cheapest or the smallest Audi that you can buy, but with only 85 kilowatts from just 1 litre 3-cylinder engine, it's probably about the slowest. Thing is, it only costs $35,900.
That means the quickest Audi you can buy is 11 times more expensive than the slowest. Now a 390 grand car is clearly going to blow its 36 grand stablemate off the road. That's one hell of a price difference. Which got us thinking, will the R8 really be 11 times better in every measurable aspect? Let's see. Okay, mate, so what's first?
Performance.
Are you serious?
We can presume that we know which of these is going to be quicker, but we're here to test, right?
Yeah.
But do you actually know what the difference in pace is between these two?
No, I don't.
All right, let's do some science. You may well scoff, but will the R8 deliver on its 0 to 100 km/h test? Hey Nana, how are you? Yeah, I know it's not your birthday till next week, but I thought I'd give you a ring.
Good Lord, this thing is slow. And there's third gear, 70 kilometres an hour.
Well, that was interesting. Did you check out your 0 to 100 time?
Yes, I did. It was 10 seconds flat, which is 0.1 slower than Audi's claim.
I got 9.9, which is about 6.7 seconds slower than Audi's claim.
And once you put the phone down and actually started driving?
Oh, I got 3.3.
Yeah, 3.3, which, incidentally, is not 11 times faster than this. Let's call it 3 times faster.
Agreed. Okay, so the 11 times better theory hasn't got off to a very good start. But check this out. The minuscule 1 litre engine in the A3 carries it over the line only 3 seconds slower than the legendary Audi Quattro of the early 80s. Not such a slouch after all. Next up, handling.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing here, do I?
No, look, it's your turn in the R8 now.
Okay, that's good. Now, what are you playing at? What are we doing here?
Well, yeah, the R8 was developed for a race circuit, but I reckon in our tight little twisty test track, it might be a little bit more even.
This has got torque vectoring.
This has got torque vectoring?
This has got adaptive suspension.
Yeah, but that's an option on that car.
Well, this has got 7 different drive modes, and it's got even more hardcore ones than dynamic. What about that?
Well, it's got 4, but I only need 1.
Well, okay, how about this? If you can keep this thing in sight, if you can keep it in the same postcode, we'll call it a draw.
It's a deal. Let's do it. Well, Trent's gone.
Well, there's a surprise. I can't believe Kurt even thought that A3 had a chance.
Damn it. Braking.
You really do want to slice that poor little A3 into bite-sized chunks, don't you?
No, it's simple physics, right?
Yep.
The R8 is 1630 kilograms. That A3 is 1275.
Well, let me refer you here to Exhibit A. These are 6 piston calipers, not 4, 6. And see there how it says Audi ceramic? This package is a $20,000 option on the regular R8, standard on the V10 Plus.
Well, we're not going around a racetrack. All I need is one big hit. So the easiest way to put this to the test is a full emergency stop from 100 kilometers an hour. Let's see if the R8 can beat that.
here's something totally subjective. Well, it would be if we weren't comparing chalk with cheese. This is what we call the fun factor.
Feel the tyres a bit squirrely?
Yeah.
Aren't they?
What was that?
Nothing. The R8 that we're in now gets MMI nav and MMI touch.
Yeah, but you can get that as an option on A3.
And what about virtual cockpit?
Yep, it's available across the A3 range, my friend.
Does the A3 range that you speak so highly of have the internet?
The very same internet, in fact.
It shares the same internet as this car.
Yep.
Really? Voice control?
Say one of the commands displayed.
Who are you
for more
talking to?
information.
Oh, voice control.
Voice control seems to work, but I think we've offended her.
I know. Ask her something.
Das Auto.
I think you've offended her.
We've definitely offended her. She's just gone and taken a break.
All right, let's have a look outside.
Now, mate, you can't get laser headlights on the A3.
Yeah, but you can get matrix LED headlights, and besides, do you know how much those laser headlights cost?
What do they cost?
$7,700.
That does hurt, but you can get a 7-speed dual clutch transmission with this thing.
The A3 only comes with a 7-speed dual clutch transmission.
Okay, what about then rear camera and sensors all around? Can you get them on the A3?
All right, it's right across the range, I believe.
What about a fancy alloy fuel cap? You get that on the A3?
You can actually put fuel in the A3,
Yes.
though not as frequently as you need to in the R8.
Does the A3 drop jaws within a half a kilometre radius?
I don't believe that's on the features list, Trent. Now for practicality, and for this test, we use a simple act of parking. Imagine the scenario, the bolognese sauce has been gently simmering, you grab the spaghetti, but the pantry is bare, so it's off to the supermarket you go. Now what would you imagine is more user-friendly for the task? Pretty conclusive, I'd say.
Now, Kurt, I have designed a meticulous and scientific test to find out which of these vehicles is more user-friendly.
Does this test of yours have a name?
It does have a name. It's called The House is Burning Down.
The house is burning down!
What we're enacting here is working out which of these two cars is going to allow the quickest escape from a burning castle. Imagine on the way to the garage, you've got to grab Cujo, fumble in your panicked state to unlock the door, then for some reason you might also want to put your seatbelt on, and then you have to fire the ignition before tearing out of the garage to safety.
Clear.
20 elegant seconds. Go! Now for the R8. You're getting warmer. Yep, there you go. Beautiful.
Where's the start button?
It's on the steering wheel. On the steering wheel. Okay, a slightly exaggerated exit from Kurt there, but you get the point. A clumsy and slovenly 37 seconds, and guess what, buddy? You're going to get a hefty fine for locking your poor dog in the car.
Here's a figure for you. 380 litres.
Well, what the hell is 380 litres?
It's about how much fuel the R8 uses to go to shop for milk and bread.
Yeah, but come on, dude. 12.3 litres per 100 for a supercar. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but do you know how much this does?
No, I don't, and I don't want
4.9.
Okay, so that's about a third of what that uses, and we've already worked out that that's 3 times faster, so that kind of makes sense.
Want to know something interesting though?
Yeah.
Is that this makes 85 kilowatts for 1 litre, as we already know.
Stonking 1
But
litre.
the R8 only makes 86 kilowatts from every litre in that engine.
Yeah, but for this to make as much power as that, you'd need 5 of these engines.
And you know what?
What?
You'd have 1,000 Newton meters.
That's a lot of torque, but where are you going to put those 5 engines? In the boot?
Yep, it's got 380 litres on the back of this. Trent,
Yes, Kurt.
if you and your fine missus wanted to go for a couple of weeks trip across Europe,
Yes.
which of these two would you pick?
Look, I don't even need to look over my shoulder to know that there's only one choice here, and that's the R8.
I would have thought so too, but you know what? I think it'd be a pretty lonely trip. Come check this out.
All right.
VORSPRUNG?
No.
DURCH.
No.
TECHNIK.
VORSPRUNG, DURCH, TECHNIK.
Every time I try and say it,
Yeah.
it's like I've got a mouthful of wheel nuts.
Maybe that's how they speak.
But what is it? I mean, can you put it in a jar?
I don't know. Can I drink it? Can I eat it?
Can I buy a 6-pack of it?
Do you know, technically it means advancement through technology.
It's funny because I plugged it into Google Translator and it came out lead by technology. So
Well, regardless of what the exact definition of it is, apparently every single Audi, A3 through to R8, A1, all of them, apparently they all have it in some measure. Well, Kurt, in the spirit of any truly great scientific test, the results are in.
Yeah.
The R8 won 5 of the 11 tests, the A3 only won 3.
I know, and the big surprise is that 3 of the tests were tied.
Look, aside from all that, let me remind you that in the spirit of the rules that you created, this must mean that the R8 is 5 times better than the A3.
Doesn't that also mean that the A3's 3 times better than the R8?